What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Dylan Knostman here at Calf Kick Sports. Some of you might know me as DSK Combat Sports, and we are live for the GFL draft tonight. A lot of rumors are swirling, a lot of talk going around. I think that regardless of what happens here in about 10 minutes, it's a very exciting night in MMA. I think there's a lot of possibility here. There's a lot of fun to be had if this potentially works out. I've had the luxury of having a lot of background with this whole project, and also just heads handling a lot right now, and this is my first time streaming out of my house. So, anyways, I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to speak with Darren last July. I was originally going to help find prospects and fighters for the Arizona or the Phoenix team that was originally going to be part of which then resulted in Phoenix no longer being a city that they were considering for a team. But nonetheless, I've been in contact with Darren. I know several people who work for the GFL and several fighters who are in the draft tonight. I know them personally. So it's a very exciting night. And just a little background for anybody who's tuning in right now, just showing up. Global Fight League is a team-based MMA league in which 6 teams will draft 120 media lately. 1 second. Yeah, sorry if the stream's bad. But anyways, the GFL will be 6 teams: London, Miami, Los Angeles, Sao Paulo, Dubai, and New York. Those teams will consist of 20 fighters each, 2 at every weight class, and each event will basically be a 3-day period where they'll have 6 events, 1 in each city. The 3-day period will have 3 different events, team versus team each time. So say there's going to be 3 10-fight cards, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, almost like an NFL weekend, which is really exciting because, again, it definitely adds to the intrigue of the league. It adds to the, potential of big weekends where you can kind of sit down and be like, wow, we got a lot of MMA to look forward to, not just one card like the UFC. A lot of rumors swirling about these regarding, who is signed, who is not signed. All fighters announced are eligible for the draft tonight. Whether or not they get paid and actually fight and sign and actually make it to the season and fight in actual fights. So, a lot to watch for tonight. Let me look. They have not announced a broadcast that they have basically the draft streaming on everything. DAZN's picking it up, Triller, PPV.com, YouTube, obviously. So the fact that they have media connections like that is a good sign. I think that, there is basis for a lot of good stuff. Darren Owens, just for a little background on him, he worked for the World Series of Fighting back in the day, which turned into the PFL. He left before it ever did turn into the PFL, but he has actions behind the scenes. From 14 Curve 75, who's the projected number 1 pick? That's a good question. I am thinking Damir Ismagulov is a great pick. Kai Kamaka has got to be up there. He's young. He's great, coming off a really good Bellator run. Lorenz Larkin just got announced. Shouts to Fight Chapel for dropping that announcement. Patricky Pitbull, that's another good call right there. He's obviously a well-known veteran. And again, you got to remember all these fighters are on negotiated contracts where they have a guaranteed show money, and then the rest of their money is going to be coming from 50-50 revenue split, which is huge because that people have chosen the GFL as of late. So, basically how it's going to work is every fighter has their show money. They're going to get that guaranteed. And then $500,000. And then an athlete negotiated a 2% revenue split out of that $50,000. Forgive me if my math sucks in advance, but you split the $1.5 million, $500K, and then that $500K gets, and then you would get that money in addition. Real fan. Yes, I do still fighting at Apex Fight League next February 8th. Muay Thai. Very excited for that one. But team-based sports. Yes, there is. I'm not sure what the reward is for the season. They've spoken on monetary prizes. I'm not sure the exact details on the money. There is going to be 2 fighters per weight class, which maybe each fighter gets about 2 months break in between a fight. Um, so, it's going to be a fast-paced league. If fighters guaranteed 3 fights, then there is going to be a playoffs with the teams. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. It is team-based scoring, but not like the PFL is scoring. It's more like wins the matchup based on whoever fighters got more finishes, etc. Will Sage be a top 5 pick? Very good chance. I mean, I think he's still young. He obviously has had a little bit of a rough patch in his career just with one championship, and his early and has that potential. So yes, I believe it is going to be like seasons. The plan currently, as far as I know, is for the season, then the playoffs to be finishing up at the end of the year. Uh, uh, they do have more in the future, but again, that's all based on the success of the promotion, how this first season goes. I do have 100% confirmation from Darren Owen that the funding is 100% secured for this first season from an investor in Silicon Valley. Oh, a second. But yeah, so we're getting one season guaranteed to the GFL, and we'll see from there. But yeah, looks like the stream is kicking up. I'm gonna put this in full screen. Here we go. Oh, and I am gonna have this part muted because I frankly don't really care for the voices of Brendan Schaub and, and others. The draft is right now. All right, internet. Back to the blank screen. All right, I think they're working through some technical difficulties. Apologies in advance that the internet might not be tremendous here. You can watch the draft right here. I'm going to be streaming it right here on this stream the entire night. Might need some bathroom breaks, little break to get some food. We'll see. Although I'm cutting weight right now, so I am minimal on the food, which is good. There's the logo. Logo I have up in the corner there, GFL Draft 2025. And again, as I've said earlier, it's regardless of what happens tonight, I think it's going to be a very, very interesting experiment, whether this goes super well, whether this goes horribly. We don't. It's a true draft in which all the prospects are selected, live in front of our eyes. One second, I'll pull up the GFL website to make sure I have the active roster. And for those of you who don't know, I am an avid MMA guy, big time regional prospect guy. So I actually am familiar with many, many fighters in this draft, whether it's just on a name basis or I've seen them fight or I know them personally. So I feel comfortable that I'm going to be able to provide pretty good analysis on many of the picks tonight. GFL. Okay. And how's the internet I'm working with got here? Is the United Fighters League using the unified MMA rules? If you are not, as far as I know, or I mean, I think they use the standard rules. The GFL, which is the league we're focusing on right now, is going to be using probably the standard rule set required by most commissions. I doubt um, they're going to be using any sort of global rule set like One Championship or Pride. And there is the countdown. Laggy as fuck for me. Apologies for that. Once again, we're working with what we got. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And we are just waiting to go live here for the draft. And this on Meziev, 13-0 light heavyweight out of Latvia. He's a really interesting prospect, undefeated, has a lot of finishes. Alexander Maslov, a Russian heavyweight, very, very interesting prospect there as well. So the draft is live on YouTube, Instagram as well, available all over. And announced that, we'll see. But I would assume they're probably going to do DAZN, Triller, those types of kind of base combat sports streaming platforms off the bat. And this team format for a long time in MMA. A lot of you might throw back to the IFL. Tried the team concept, but at the end of the day, didn't quite work out for them. Despite that, I think there's a lot to learn from them and a lot that has grown within the sport of MMA in the last, the concept of a team-based MMA league working, I think, is very legitimate. We just got to, see what the fights turn out to be, see how, they choose to run this promotion. And at the end of the day, I think it's just, we need more promotions in the space offering opportunities for high-level fighters to get paid at a high level and, get fights, because you see organizations like the PFL, One Championship, icing out fighters based on, whatever financial issues or just simply not can guarantee some fights for some people. Will the same format draft? Sure about future drafts. There was relatively minimal information going into this draft. So I think they're really just focusing on trying to get this league up and running to start, and then what free agency looks like, trades, all that stuff. I know that the league has some say in the rosters. They can trade player or fighters. They can kind of adjust where they need to, but coaches also do have a very significant say. Here we are, just 15 seconds away from, once again, apologies for the internet issues. Hopefully, thank you. He's my boy. I love that guy. I've got an Avengers style video. It looks like we've got fighters wearing different logos. Disney. This is interesting. Is that Thanos? No. Man, Luke Rockhold, Tyron Woodley, got Holly Holm back there. Uriah Faber. This is This is something. Anthony Pettis. There's a what on earth? Paige Van Zant? What the hell is going on, man? This is this is something. Is that fucking Shogun on a horse? Are you kidding me? What? This that was one of my favorite things I've ever seen in MMA. I can't lie. That was half cringy, half incredible, half fever dream. What is happening? Jesus. So, okay, well, it was exactly with that. If there was just a hype announcement, but here we go. We are live for the GFL draft. I think I'm going to try to turn this.
20 will lead to
Caroline Pierce. All right.
GFL champion will determine who moves to the semi and finals.
All right,
but
now
it's like Gegard Musada tonight. We revealed the 120 fighters of the GFL. To break down what the GFL means for the sport and provide play-by-play of the selection process, it is the one and only Mike Goldberg.
Caroline, thank you very much.
Hey, Goldie, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Mike Goldberg.
Where I am
back. I'm gonna pull this up on my phone so I get a better connection as well for my my live reactions. Man, this is something, man. I just, again, it's a lot happening here, a lot to take in. Again, I think these are an interesting 5 personalities they chose. I really like Alex Wendling. I think she's very good. Obviously, Mike Goldberg is a legend, a classic. Schaub is kind of a miss for me, and Robin Black is lovable. He's quite the character, but at the end of the day, I think he it's a little bit. All right. All right. Here's the coach, Ray Longo, which is huge. Sao Paulo, you got Lyoto Machida and Andre Pedernarius, super, super big right there. Let's see, Miami, Luke Barnett, Carl Prince. Those are 2 great coaches, great guys. Luke Barnett actually commentated for Octagon right here, my favorite promotion. Los Angeles got Wanderlei Silva and Rafael Cordero, MMA Masters right there. Or not MMA Masters, excuse me. MMA Gold, I believe. And then Dubai, Cain Velasquez and Javier Mendez. Here's the format. 7 men's weight class. Snake draft format, which is good. I like that. I think that's a really good so I just got a text from a flash that popped up on the screen earlier. I don't know if y'all missed it or saw it, that displayed all the teams and where the fighters had gone. Unsure if this is legit or not, but again, these are These are preliminary. Let's wait and see what happens. I'm gonna try to unmute this on. I'm also a little bit behind right here. Let's speed this up to current. All right, we got Darren. I'm gonna edit this real quick. Get this bubble a little bit bigger. Oh, geez. Okay, here we go. And a little bit better. I think we're having some issues with the stream. Okay, we should be clear now. Okay, we're good. Should be a little bit bigger. All right. Seems like Darren maybe haven't watched the town halls and otherwise. Once again, apologies to everybody for my doing my best. I got a little song here. Yeah, this AI slop video that they did could care less for all this other stuff. Apologies for the lack of commentary, but once again, I'm here for the fighters. I'm here for the fight. Yeah, this AI video is really rough. Oh, we have to watch it again. Investment guys are into crypto and AI and all that stuff, so could be another karate combat situation. We'll see, but yeah, this video is something, man. I wonder if they actually got the AI superhero body, and then you can be in our promotional video. It's pretty funny. To one team, or if even one or two big veterans per team, and then, you know, use those names to propel the cards. But at the end of the day, the younger prospects are the guys that are going to, you know, make the money and make the good fights. Yeah, I could do without all this. But yeah, they're talking about locker room experience, and this is going to be very. Man, yeah, this is really interesting. Sorry, I'm not talking once again. I'm getting to the same spot in the video as the video is playing. Let's see. Okay.
You think of the prediction. So are we going to go for finishers? Are the fighter there is available for their roster? Darren, what do you think of those predictions?
Yeah, how can you go wrong with it? Is definitely in a team leader. The first overall selection in the 2025 GFL draft, Dubai selects welterweight from the United States of America.
Ooh. There you go. Yeah, so wow. You called it, but look, he is the former welterweight world champion with a record there of 19-7-1. He's got 4 successful title defenses. Mike, it's a good first pick, isn't it?
You know, I love the guy. He's done a lot of great things since just competing in mixed martial arts.